Hello and welcome back to our CISSP certification series. In today's video, we are diving deep into a fundamental concept you absolutely need to know for the exam, which is security roles and responsibilities. Understanding who does what in a security program is crucial, not just for CISSP exam but for building a successful security culture in any organization. We will break down the key roles, what they do, and how they interact. So let's get started. So, what exactly do we mean by a security role? Think of it as the specific part an individual plays in keeping an organization's assets safe. It's very important to note that these roles aren't always explicitly spelled out in a job title. An individual might wear multiple hats. The real goal of defining these roles is to create a solid framework. This framework clarifies who is responsible for what, ensuring that the security policy doesn't just sit on a shelf but is actively implemented, enforced, and maintained. The CISSP framework presents these roles in a logical order. Starting from the top down, we begin with the person ultimately responsible, the senior manager, and move through the technical implementer, data specific roles, the end users, and finally the auditors who check the entire process. We are going to look at each of these six key roles one by one. First up, we have the senior manager. This is the organizational owner, the C level executive, the person at the top of the pyramid. They are ultimately responsible for the security of entire organization. The most critical function is to authorize and sign off on the security policies. Without the senior managers' buy in and explicit support, any security policy is destined to fail. They are the ones who are legally and financially liable if a breach occurs because they failed to establish proper security. This is where the concept of due care, doing what a reasonable person would do, and due diligence, actively managing the security process, come into play. While they delegate the hands on work, the buck stops with them. Next, we have the security professionals. These are the people in trenches, the trained and experienced engineers and analytics. You will see titles like Information Security Officers or member of a Computer Incident Response Team or CERT. Their job is to take the vision and mandate from senior management and make it a reality. They write the detailed security policies and then design, build, and maintain the security infrastructure. It's a critical hands on role. But remember this key point for your exam. Security professionals are the implementers. The strategic decision and final approval must come from the security or the senior manager. Some of the common title which we see for the security professional, as we discussed, they can be called as information security officers, the CERT members, security engineers, or the security architects as well. Now we move to the roles that are focused on data itself. The data owner. The data owner is the person responsible for classifying information. Think of the head of the HR department. They are owner of all employee data. The head of finance owns all the financial data. The data owner determines how sensitive the data is and therefore how it should be protected. They make the rules. For example, they decide if a document is public, internal use only, or highly confidential. While they are ultimately responsible for that data protections, they typically delegate the hands-on technical tasks. The person the data owner delegated to the data custodian. This is often an IT or system administrator. Their role is purely operational. They take the classification rules by the data owner and apply them. The data custodian is responsible for the day-to-day tasks that protects the data. This includes performing and testing backups, ensuring data integrity is maintained, and managing the storage system where the data lives. They are guardians of the CIA triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability for the data in their care. The fifth role is one that everyone in organization plays: the user, also known as the end user or operator. This is any person who has access to the organization system to do their job. The user has two primary responsibilities: to understand the security policy and to follow it. Their access should always be governed by the principle of least privilege, meaning they only have the minimum access necessary to perform their job functions. Never forget that users are on the front lines. Their awareness and diligence are critical to defending against threats like phishing and social engineering. Finally, we have the auditors. The auditor's job is to check everyone else's work. They are responsible for reviewing and verifying that the security policies has been correctly implemented and that the control in place are actually working as intended. The auditor is an independent role. They produce reports that go directly to the senior manager, highlighting any gaps or issues. This feedback loop is essential. It allows management to see what's working and what isn't, and to issue new directives to the security professionals and data custodians to fix any problem. The auditor ensures accountability and drives the cycle of continuous improvement. So let's quickly recap the six essential security roles. The senior manager is liable and owner of the overall risks. The security professional is the technical implementer. The data owner classifies the data. The data custodian protects the data. The user is the frontline responsible for following procedures. And the auditor verifies that everything is working correctly. Understanding the distinct responsibility of each role is critical for the CISSP exam and also for the real world security governance. Thank you so much for watching this video and understanding the breakdown of security roles and responsibility. If this video has helped you clarify this concept, kindly give a thumbs up. See you till next video.